tap, tap in. Tap, 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 tap, tap in.
Tap In Tuesday, y'all know what it is. It's your girl TT from the D. I am super, super excited about tonight, y'all. I'm excited every time I come on here because I know that I'm going to bring a dope show. It's always my pleasure and it's an honor to be able to have people that have substance, that stand out, that get you pumped, encouraged, and inspired. That's what this platform is for. I have some celebrities in this boy tonight. I do. They're dynamic duo, baby. And I'm just like overwhelmed with all the energy that we're about to exchange. So let me give this little housekeeping rule for you. For those of you, because I know you're looking for different platforms. You may be looking from YouTube. You may be looking from Twitter. You may be looking from LinkedIn. You may be on my other podcast page, TT from the D Podcast. But if you want to engage with my special guest, and as you can see rolling across the screen right here, we have the beautiful, talented Zania Alake and the dope creative producer, DeAngelo Scott. And so if you want to engage and you want to ask questions and make comments and you want them to be able to see them, I definitely need you to go to StreamYard. So you'll go to www.streamyard.com/Facebook. Log into your Facebook account. Look for TT from the D, or you could go on there and look at them, follow them. But if you want to engage, you want to ask them some questions, that's the only way I'll really be able to navigate and see you tonight. I'm cheating over on Instagram because Instagram know how they are. They don't allow us to do that from StreamYard. So guess what? I'm cheating the system. So I'm over there. So I will respect those of you that want to cheat with me on Instagram. If you have a question for Zania or DeAngelo, you could definitely put it in the text over there because I can see the comments over there. And I'm going to do y'all a service and I'm going to ask them. And you got to trust that what I'm telling you is what they said. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit about this duo. Okay, first of all, they're powerful on their own, but they united and they made a dynamic duo. If you're from the D, you definitely have seen the songbird around. Her voice is just everything. She's had the opportunity to loan her beautiful vocals to people like Tyrese, Regina Bell, I think Johnny Gill, and she also was in the seat, number 17 to be exact, and she was chosen and coached by John Legend. Okay. DeAngelo is a beast with this sewing machine, his creative, his vision. He's a dope podcaster on his own right. And I'm like, I always love when I have the opportunity to have other podcasters on because, you know, you like to exchange energy and see how we do things. Although this is their interview, so I'd have to bring him back and do my own thing about the podcasting when I do that. But I'm going to tap on that tonight. But how they united and what you can look forward to. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that they're getting ready to do an amazing holiday concert. I'm not going to tell you the title. You got to wait. But it's coming up and it's coming fast. It's actually next month. So I'm super excited. Shout out to Journey. Boop, boop. She's amazing. She does her thing. She helped me get this interview set up and scheduled. Salute to her. So anyway, let me show you who I'm talking about because y'all probably like, girl, who you talking about? Like, can we see? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Hold on. I'm gonna bring them. So hold your horses. But I do want to show you. So I love this shot of them. Let me show this. this right here. Every time I looked at this photo, because I have a ton of photos that I could choose from, and I played around with different ones when I was creating my canvas and my promo stuff. This right here just speaks life. It makes me think about energy, high energy. It's the way the sun is hitting their skin and the way they just taking their pose and making their presence known, right? And it's just like, like you wonder to yourself, what do they do when you look at this, right? It could be your cousins, like them just my cousins. And to some of y'all, this is your cousins. But to the person who's a creative person, creativity when you see it. So for me, I'm thinking like, I know what they do, but if I saw this photo, I would wonder what they did. And so I chose that one. I love this one of DeAngelo. He's giving me vibes of this artist, and I think we called him Mario or Mario back in the day. I don't know what we call him now, Mario. Anyway, but when I saw this photo, I was like, damn, he looks just like Mario. I was like, okay, I gotta use that one. Definitely, it's giving me singer vibes. I don't know if DeAngelo sing, but we're gonna ask. But he looked like he can croon, right? So I love that one. And then this one right here, this is the dynamic duo. Like this is that power couple, and not like as in boyfriend girlfriend, but this duo. Like they bring in you the blaze from the fire that God has just allowed them to create. And so I don't want to get ahead of myself because I do want to pick their brains tonight. They're loaning me themselves for about a little bit of an hour, so I'm gonna stick to that. Well, that's my disclaimer. You know how pastors be like, I'm about to close and we gonna shut it down, and then pastor close the second time, and he be like, this is my last close, and then y'all tell the pastor, go on, take your time, pastor. Well, y'all don't tell me that because I had some shows that ran over, but I'm gonna respect their times because I want them to come back. And then this one right here is my favorite picture of Zania. This one right here, first of all, it's the red lips for me, but because I love makeup. I tried to do something with that, but it didn't work. I like that tonight. But it's just so sexy. It's so giving me Lena Horne vibes. I know I'm old, y'all. I'm 48. So like I love music. I love nostalgic stuff. I love classy. And this oozes classiness to me. So anyway, enough of TT talking. We're gonna bring the people that you wanted to see tonight. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring my power team, Zania, Alake, and DeAngelo Scott in the building.
Hey, hey.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. Thank you for having us. Talk about an intro. That was beautiful.
Right.
I appreciate
I was like, is she talking about us?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all did that. Y'all gave me everything I needed. And I had to cram because I was like, okay, I'll spend too much time on the intro. So I was like, and I committed it to my memory. So I was just like, I got more to say. Shut up, TT. Like, no, bring the people in the room. They want to hear from you all day. So I just want to say before we get started, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be able to be a part of my show tonight. Evrod tapped in. He's in the building. He said, I love Zania's voice. That's Evrod Casimir, y'all. He is in the building watching.
Oh my God, Evrod. Wow. Hi.
Yes. He loves your voice. And so
Thank you.
yeah, he is there rooting you on all the way from the Windy City, Chi-Town, because y'all know he left the D and went
I
to
know,
the
we miss him.
we do.
We miss him.
But you know what? He cooking up some stuff right about now. He has an amazing single getting ready to drop on Black Friday. I'll be sharing that. And then I'm super excited that he will be coming back on TT from the D in December. So I'm super excited. Yeah. He says, Zania is a star. Wishing you much success. Oh,
Thank you, Evrod. Oh man, that means
I love him. Like, what? He brings that energy. Okay, so let's get to it. All right, let's get to it. First of all, again, I have to say it because I might forget later. I'm going to say it again because I'm grateful. Thank you again for making it possible in your schedules because I know you guys are very busy and doing a lot of different things for clearing it out to have some time for me. So I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you too.
Thank you. Well, I would like for you each, if you don't mind, to give a little overview about who you are, to our viewers that are brand new viewers that will become fans and supporters of you tonight. But before they can do that, I'm sure they're nosy like I am, and they would like to know a little bit about you. So, DeAngelo, we're gonna be like ladies first. So, you take the floor, sister. Tell us a little bit
Okay.
about
So I know TT said my name, but my name is Zania Alake with the accent over the E. I am a singer-songwriter from Detroit, Michigan. I am a jazz singer, R&B. My realm is jazz, though. No matter, sometimes when I try to stray away from it, jazz is my realm. I'm an actress. I do a lot of things. But yeah, and I don't know if I should say this soon, but I was on The Voice. So
you. Can say what you want, honey. Yes, because we gonna talk about it. So
let's talk about it.
we gotta
But
talk about it.
that's it for me.
Okay, that was very humble. Thank you, because you gotta. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're dropping. Okay, okay, King, it's your turn, DeAngelo.
Thank you, thank you. Hello everybody. I am DeAngelo. I am a designer, and I'm a designer of different things. I'm a visionary essentially, but I design clothes, I design stories, I design performances, and with Zania. I've been her creative director for some time now. Of course, her friend for years, but we collaborated, and I offered my direction and production skills. And I have experience in fashion design and performing arts. Zania and I went to performing arts high school here in Detroit. I'm originally from Detroit East Side, just to throw that out. um, yeah, but then I attended Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. So for about over 15 years, I was on the East Coast in New York City and New Jersey. And that's where I gained a lot of my styling experience, and wardrobe styling, and in stage experience, as far as like creative direction. And I also worked in authentication, and authenticating like basically real fashions. You know, like I would call it it was your rich man's thrift shop. That was my job, was to authenticate and make sure that the designers were real and such. So mainly my background is fashion design and performing arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pardon myself, and I'm going to, it's the journalist in Evrod. So he has a question. I love him. Thank you, E. So his question is for all three of us, but of course you're my guest, so you guys are definitely going to take this one first. What or who is your inspiration when the going gets tough?
Well,
Go ahead.
Okay. So my inspiration, there's actually a few people, but I'm gonna narrow it down to just two. God first. I'm gonna just say that because I know a lot of things that happen in my life and a lot of people's lives, they can't get through it without God. Two, well, actually, let me say three. So two, my mom, because she was a modern dancer. She got into the arts and things like that, and she's a true inspiration to me. And the third one would have to be Ella Fitzgerald. No matter what song this lady has sung, I just like when she hit those certain notes, it just it strikes a chord in me. And I do any and everything that I can do to either mimic that note or, of course, make it my own. But she be doing some things. So she's one of my greatest inspirations.
Okay, that's good. I like that. All right, DeAngelo.
I would also have to say God, Jesus Christ for sure, gives me the inspiration. In fact, I had to ask the Holy Spirit to speak through me tonight, and give me the confidence that I need. So I'm always asking God for some type of guidance for when times are getting tough. And then, of course, my family, but I will particularly have to say my grandmother. She's the reason why I am a creative. she is a creative. She was a seamstress, and I grew up with her. Like I watched her create prom dresses and everybody's wedding dresses, and I was like that little boy picking up her scraps and putting stuff together. And she, throughout the years, just taught me a lot when it came to fashion design and just art in itself. And just to see her just still fight, and she's really strong. So she went through a lot, is what I'm trying to say. So she inspires me because I look back on how much she endured and was able to still put her creativity out there, whether she was gaining money from it or not.
Right.
And I recently had to remind her, like, I literally dream because of your dream, you know? So like she like lives through me. So she definitely inspires me.
I love that. Oh, that's really sweet. So I'm gonna piggyback. I have to. So we touch and agree. My inspiration, my go-to is my one-on-one conversations I have with God.
Yeah.
I'm very transparent. I'm very outgoing. I could be somewhat of a pistol sometimes. And the way I talk to people, and I'm animated, and I'm like that with God because He know me. There's no sense in trying to fake it, right? I really talk. I get ugly crying talking with Him, like you, DeAngelo, today. And I love what I do. I wear many hats, like Zania said earlier, and as it obviously is, you do too, DeAngelo. But I always ask Him for the ability to do what I do. I'm nervous every time before I do an interview.
Yeah.
All the time. I don't care how well I know somebody or I don't know somebody. You never know how things are going to work out, what energy is going to be exchanged. So I'll look to His word as well. Shout out in the spirit to my mother in love, Miss D. I affectionately called her. She told me something many, many years ago that really resonated with me. I never heard anybody say this to me, but she said, whenever you need a word, T, she said, and you don't know where to get the word from, open up your Bible. Don't even look for a scripture, because the ones we commit to our memory and we think we know, we don't go to it because it's our comfort zone. Learn something new. Find it. If you don't understand it, research. Get you a concordance, dictionary, whatever. Talk to people, whatever. And then I have a really good friend, Melanie. She's like a sister to me. She inspires me. She was the reason why I went back. I actually went to college. I got in college. Like, I attempted it when I first graduated. I thought like, oh, this ain't for me. I'm gonna go make some money. I ain't trying to do all that. And then I came back later in life because I saw her do it. She was a single mom of 2 amazing children. She worked her butt off. She put herself through, and it was just like, dang, she could do it. I could do it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to college. And so, myself, if that makes any sense, I have to have self-talks. I talk to myself a lot, and I motivate myself because I know the things. We all have a story, but I know all the things I've gone through, the letdowns, the big ups, all that, what it looks like, what it really isn't, but it looks like, and I have those mirror talks. So, yeah,
because who know more than you? Come on now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Kyra V said they are a beautiful team. Salute.
Oh, hey, Kyra.
Hey, Kyra, love you, girl.
Yes, we do. And ever, I said, won't he do it?
Won't he?
Yes, he will.
He gonna show up.
Yes, he will. And shout out to Journey. She said that part. Journey's queen. I don't know if you were on earlier, but you are the reason why I'm sitting here with these 2 dynamic people tonight. And I have to say thank you about that.
We love you, Marlena.
Yes. Let him know, Marlena.
So I have to ask, how did you guys meet? Besides, I know you were in school. Okay, we went to school. We go to school with a whole bunch of people. But how did you actually meet in school?
Do you remember, Z?
You know what? I really don't. Well, we were all, of course, in the same classes. Other than you were in drama. Was it drama or was it?
I was in speech and theater.
Speech and theater.
Yeah.
Speech and theater. Let's clarify. Speech and theater. And I was a vocal, right. And I was a vocal major. So of course we had several classes together. And everybody's artsy in the school. There's no denying that. But for some reason, like it was a special clique that we always stuck together.
Yeah.
I really don't know how we
It was a little
formed.
group of us. I
Yes.
don't know if Zania remembers, but let's also say next year it'll be 20 years officially.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's been 19 years, since we've known each other. We met in 2000. Yeah.
Yep.
2000.
2000.
And Zania was actually a part of a singing group, and some of the girls that were in that group were a part of our clique that we all were cool with.
Okay.
And like Zania said, like I was in speech and theater, but we all dabbled in different things. That was what was amazing about DSA students. Like you might have sang, but you were also acting and you were dancing, and you had your specific major, but there were other, opportunities there. So they were in the group, and even then I didn't realize what I was doing, but I was being a creative director because I made their costumes, I drew it out, and I'm like, y'all need to stand here and come out this way and do this. And then we had a friend that was a choreographer, and like we were just being creatives, being fearless, just coming up with stuff. But that's essentially when we first met.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, because we, just like DeAngelo said, we like dibbled and dabbled in a lot of different arts or things.
Okay.
I was actually a hip hop dancer. I don't know why.
Zania was nice with the popping and locking.
I was a hip hop dancer. I hate to say was, when I was younger, I always told myself that I would never say was. But I don't do it as much anymore. But yeah, hip hop dancer. And that's how we kind of joined a clique or a group with Brandon Thomas. And Brandon Thomas is an artist now, so but we somehow connected, and we've been cool ever since. And I wouldn't trade.
And I will say too that we did, over the years, like we were cool, but in our younger adult years, when we were in different states and I was seeing what she was doing, I'm like, yo, you should do this song. And she's like, well, what do you think about this? And I'm like, actually, I'll be there next year. Let's do a show together. And then it was like history from then. That was like 9-10 years ago.
Yep.
It's interesting how your gifts will make room for you.
Yeah.
And they draw like-minded spirits, and that's what's good. I mean, we need to do that more so we can really tap into who God has designed us to be. When you circle yourself around like-minded people, you get that energy, that creativeness going, and it's like a snowball effect. It turns into like a huge storm, if I will. Yeah. So and you guys were young, you're saying 20 years, like, yeah, you guys are.
When we look back, it was funny because we were fearless, but we took everything very seriously. So like our rehearsals, we used to rehearse at the Trolley Apartments downtown, like Bell Out, anybody's house, but we were strict on our schedules. We were perfectionists, and looking back, we were like, wow, we were really clever to be 17, to be 16, to be so like driven, and we had to tap back into that recently.
Right. Speaking of tap, tap dance. Okay. Yeah, we had tap dance too.
You tap dance?
Yes.
That was our physical education, actually, because we didn't have a gym.
Because we didn't have a gym, so we had to. That was was it extracurricular? No, it wasn't extra.
That was PE.
That was PE for y'all. Wow.
That was our official PE because we had no gym or auditorium.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Now see, that's interesting. Like, okay, that's okay. So, before I go on, Terrence, this brother is, I've had him on, but he's amazing. He travels globally, and he's known for the sign, "We see greatness in you. I see greatness in you." He's all around the world with it. He said, "You all will continue to inspire the masses. I see greatness in you." So salute to Terrence. Thank you.
Terrence.
Yeah. I do have a couple of people that's joining us on Instagram, and they're asking, because they missed the introduction, who am I interviewing tonight? Who's my guest? So tonight, ladies and gentlemen over there in Instagram world, I'm interviewing Zania Alake.
Okay, you had it right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Alake and DeAngelo Scott. So if you guys want to chime in over here, then you guys come right on over to Facebook. Go through StreamYard if you want to be able to ask questions, because that's how we're doing it. You ask questions in here, and I said I was going to answer them. And the way my phone is set up, my battery gonna die. So if you want to stay involved, I'm gonna need you to go right over to Facebook, because I came straight from work and I didn't charge it. So yeah. Anyway, but I get a little snippet review. Okay, so on to my next question. I think I heard you tap on this a little bit, DeAngelo, but have you guys been a part of another creative team before? Which would have gave you something to compare to the creative team you're in now?
Well, I would say Zania for sure. Like, I mean, for sure in high school we were in different groups, different like competitive groups. For me, I was in a speech activity called forensics, and we were a part of, like we said, we would do talent shows and stuff. So we had our groups where we got used to working with others and learning like leadership and learning what were your strengths and your partner's weaknesses, and like how to help each other. And then just for myself throughout the years, I did work with different teams when it came to just production behind the scenes, whether it was just for like a commercial or a publication that was being done on the editorial. Like I just was used to working with different roles and understanding your role, and then how to come together as a team.
Okay. Zania?
Okay, I'm sorry. I had kids talking.
It's all good. I understand
I'm
I understand.
I'm like, come on now. Okay, so I'm sorry. You are gonna have to reiterate that question to me.
It's all good. It's no worries.
Please,
It's no
I'm
worries.
sorry.
No. Don't apologize at all. So I was asking, have you ever been a part of another team that you can compare, or a group that you can compare to what it's like being a part of this team between you and DeAngelo?
No. Well, no, actually, no. I mean, of course, you have your family that helps you out with certain things, and they're definitely great. They are definitely great. But sometimes you need somebody on the outside looking in, outside of your family, to kind of see other things in you.
Yeah.
And DeAngelo is that.
Okay.
I mean, it's as honestly, it's as simple as that. Certain things that I might not see in myself, DeAngelo definitely sees in me. And I would say vice versa. So, but no, like we've been together literally ever since. And I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just to piggyback on that, like Zania definitely, I mean, she has to remind me maybe a little more often than I would think or hope, but it helps. She reminds me of like she said, she sees things in me that I kind of don't see, or I might forget, or she'll make me kind of think of something that I don't know, it could be an idea that I had before, or just like something I might be nervous to do, and she's like, no, like you got this. Like, just forget this, forget that. Just go ahead. And it's so simple, like she said, but those little things like help in friendship and in duos and partnerships like this.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So I do want to ask you. So I'm going to jump and ask DeAngelo, what is one trait about Zania that you absolutely love about her being an artist?
Mm, can I say two?
You can say 2, 3, 4, 5 if you want to, but right ahead.
Immediately what comes to mind is her sincerity. You don't find too many artists who you can tell they're evoking like what they feel in the music, and she's genuine when she comes across and when she sings. She's genuine about what she's singing. And then of course behind the scenes, she's genuine about like her intentions and what she wants to show and share with the world. Like I love that about her as an artist. And I also love her ability to pay homage to the greats and covers and music, but not lose her tone, not lose her style, not change the modern, aspect to it. She always has a new approach. I always tell her like, that's a Zania. That sounds like a Zania this. Or that looks like a Zania that. Like she has her own aesthetic, and it's in her sound and in her image. And I just love how she can pay respects to something that may inspire her, or a song that she's covering that she didn't necessarily write, but it's not a karaoke, it's not a just copy, it's a Zania song. So I love that about her.
I'm gonna tell you what vibes you're giving me at this moment, DeAngelo. I swear I felt like I was watching like maybe an episode of The Voice, because it's like you just broke it down like it was almost like listening to the judge. I'm like, yep. Like, I'm like, I think that's that creative side of you, because I was like, you made me feel like we've been watching her do something, and now pointing out things that's her strength, and I'm like, okay.
I hope that was descriptive. Yeah, that was
it was amazing. No, I loved it. I got caught up in the moments. I was thinking like, I'm like that. I'll be like, okay, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. So now it's your turn, Zania. What is a trait about DeAngelo that you absolutely love about him being a creative producer, creator?
The one thing that I do, is probably gonna be more, but the one thing that I do love about DeAngelo is because he is a creative. Like, I had to learn that people have their strengths. Mm-hmm. Like certain things that I'm not able to do, and we have to like understand that certain things that I'm not able to do, DeAngelo might be better off doing, and I'm okay with accepting that. That's why we're a team. Mm-hmm. The best example is, I remember we were having a conversation over the phone. I don't know if you were in New York at the time, DeAngelo, or Jersey. I'm sorry. I don't know if you were there at the time, but literally before we got off the phone conversation, he created a whole script over the phone. And I'm like, I can't even put two words together. And he created a whole script. And sometimes in my mind, I'm like, dang, how do you do that? That's why I say, like, everybody has their strengths. There are some things that I'm able to do that DeAngelo might not be as strong with, and vice versa. So we work together as a team. And DeAngelo, you really pushed me. You really, really pushed me, even though it might be certain things where I'm like, no, I don't know about that one. Mm-hmm. But you see something in me that I don't see in myself. Mm-hmm. And for the record, like, I know that I'm talented. It took me a while to say that, but sometimes you need like those encouraging words. And DeAngelo, you can design. I don't want you to ever forget that. Never, ever forget that. You are amazing with your mind. I know sometimes we get caught up in our head sometimes, and we think we're not as creative as we are, and you are that. So never, ever, ever forget that. Never forget that. But it's just in his title. He is creative. He's extremely creative in anything and everything that he touches. He builds me up musically. And I couldn't ask for a better person to do it with.
Wow.
Thank you, boo.
This turned into a must show. Like, what?
I love the
I'm here for it, though. I'm here for it. Angela Davis is in the building. She said, "Hey, Zania girl." So
hey, Angela, how you doing, girl?
Yes, I can't wait to have her on as well. And Journey said, "I can attest to that. Some songs never sound the same to me after I hear Zania cover it."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's interesting, to piggyback off of Journey? I feel like a lot of times when I do covers or sing covers, I feel like I'm singing it just like the artist. I guess how I learn it, I like to learn the song how it is first. Mm-hmm. And then I guess I'll put my extra, Zania sprinkles on there. But I didn't know that I put my Zania sprinkles on there until other people told me. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody for kind of pointing that out.
Zania is very much like, I know you mentioned Lena Horne earlier, so you probably understand this reference, but Zania has that Nancy Wilson touch, that Dinah Washington, where when they do the song, it's theirs now. Like it's a whole nother thing, it's a whole nother rhythm. Her ad libs, like her rendition of it is just is different. I love that about her.
Yeah, and that's another reason why we work so well together. Because you tap into the Nancy Wilsons and the Dinahs, and not everybody does that. Not everybody knows who they are.
Yeah.
And it's some people that you know, DeAngelo, that I have no clue about. So he helps me learn different artists from back in the day, and I appreciate that about him.
I know he loves Brandy.
Oh, down. Love it.
Hands down.
I know. I selected. I was like, oh, those books gonna be worth some pennies, brother.
Hey.
Hold on to them. Hold on to them.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, first of all, I wanted to, DeAngelo, for you, I want to say, and I know you're transparent as I am too. Congratulations, you are 14 months sober.
Yes, praise the Lord.
Yes. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. I salute you on that. I heard you say in one of your podcasts, and it really struck me because I've been using the term life is lifing. I heard you saying that in one of your episodes, and I was just like, that's so damn true. So, we get caught up in life, and sometimes, although Everard's question he posed to us earlier, we know where to go and how to get it, but because life be lifing, sometimes we get a crutch, if you will. We don't want to deal with it today, so we're gonna find something else to do. So once we get in that realm, and that's our comfort zone, that's our hiding spot, it's a sunken place, and it takes a lot of courage to recognize that you're no longer where you once were, and be able to say, I got to pull myself up by my bootstraps myself. So I salute you on that. I wanted to make sure that I give you some love on that. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I do want to ask you about your podcast, DeAngelo. The Plantation podcast. First of all, when I saw the title, I said, what? I was like, wait a minute, why and where and how? So where did the title come from?
Oh yeah, so the podcast From the Plantation to the Station podcast, that came from our podcast partner Taj. Actually, him and I were co-workers, and we were always sharing different episodes of different podcasts we were listening to, and we were like, yo, maybe we should just do one together, because we always just kind of click. And we went to dinner and just were brainstorming, and he was just like, I'm tired of being on the fucking plantation. From the plantation, we going to the station. I'm like, there it goes. So it just kind of like flowed, and we just was like, let's just make this a happy hour vibe. Let's talk about the stuff that we can't talk about at work, and have make this open forum type of thing. And it went for 4 years. And I say went because we didn't really announce it, but it is coming to an end. Okay. But it was a great run. And we have a few more episodes that we're actually going to release for the season. But yeah, that's From the Plantation to the Station.
I like it. It was different. And that's one of the things. First of all, the title caught me. So I was like, oh, I gotta listen. So I was like, I'm a podcaster. So I'm like, let me listen. And so it was just like, I could relate. And it was funny. A lot of stuff was funny, but a lot of things made me think. And I thought that what you just said just kind of caps off what we're, I ain't gonna say labeling you. I could say labeling you as a creator. It was very creative. And then that's how some of the best things are made, just messing around.
Yeah.
Not really knowing, just kicking it. And you're like, oh, that's it. Hit songs. People have made hit songs that way. That might be y'all's story. Coming up in the near future. So I had to inquire about that. I'm gonna inquire mine. I wanted to know.
Oh yeah, fine.
Let's see. They are asking a question over here. What makes a great artist, DeAngelo? That's the question. What makes a great artist?
Um, for sure, authenticity. Um, because you don't always have to know how to necessarily write music to sing or something, right? So the question was an artist, right?
Yes.
What is to
The
be?
question was, what makes a great artist?
So to be a great artist, I think you're being authentic and you're being fearless, and at the same time you're a bit thoughtful of what's around you because art imitates life. So you
Mhm.
couldn't just necessarily be in a cocoon and just keep making, like, you can, but you're creating, something that you in some way want to appeal to someone, if not a mass audience. So I think what makes you a great artist is you being authentic to yourself and uh being creative, and what else I just say before that? I just lost my train of thought.
Being authentic.
Being authentic is a being a great artist. Oh, and fearless, and being fearless, because that it sounds a little simple, but that I think is a creative struggle in a way, because the older you get, you kind of get more fearful because you keep learning other things that make you afraid. So
Yes.
to keep that fearlessness in you and to just go for what you feel is genuine to you. And again, like I said, still appealing. You want other people to kind of see or appeal to it, or understand it a little more. So that's when the art imitates life comes in. You're still being thoughtful of what's around you as an artist.
Okay. I feel that. All right. So I'll ask this question. I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. Do you find it hard to work with each other when it comes to the way you may see things from a woman's perspective, from a male's perspective? Being a duo, do you find it challenging?
I honestly, I don't know. I'm very honest.
Yes.
I'm very
Sorry.
honest with
But
DeAngelo.
Zania is not going. I don't have
Hold
to
it up. She's not gonna hold it up.
No, no. I just
If
told
it,
her this the other day. She a Taurus. I was like, oh, it makes sense.
I don't. If it's something that I don't understand, I'm gonna ask. If it's something that I don't like, I'm gonna say it. If it's and what DeAngelo has been helping me say it in a different way. But I just feel like if I'm not honest about how I'm feeling, I'm gonna end up doing something that I don't want to do,
Mm,
or I'm going to stress myself out trying to be something that I'm not.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean I can't broaden my horizons or test the waters with certain things.
mhm.
But I'm gonna say like, oh no, I don't like that, and then I might think about it, or he might make me think about it from his perspective, and that might open, my eyes too. But I'm not holding back, and I
Gotcha.
think that's the one thing that's good about us together. We say what's on our minds, and then we either agree or agree to disagree.
I
Mhm.
love
But
that. I
somehow
love
it
that
works
saying.
out.
I love that saying. Mhm. You
Yeah,
agree to disagree. I love that. That's for real, for real.
yeah,
And I love the fact that you respect each other enough to be transparent and open.
Yeah.
Because I think where people fail is that, well, I don't want to say this to her because this might offend her, or I don't want to say this to him because this might offend him, but it's how you feel. But you never share that with him or her. And then you're going down one road, y'all
yeah.
agree to go down one road, you really want to go this way.
Mhm.
They really want to go the other way, but y'all on this road and y'all really don't want to be there anyway. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, dang, if you had told me, maybe we could have went, see how far we can get over there, then maybe we could have went. Yeah, so I love the fact that you guys have that open line of communication because
You
that's
know what? And sometimes, sometimes DeAngelo would say, "Well, I was gonna say something," but I was like, "Well, no, tell me." Like,
Yeah.
it's better for me to know and for us to figure it out. And it's not that it's anything bad, but it's better for us to know what's going on or what I need to keep my eyes open for
yeah.
versus not
Things
saying
can
anything.
always change. Like it could,
Yeah,
oh, I didn't like that last week, but like now I thought about it, or now I see
yeah,
this, but things change. But I would say that our friendship is just the most important. Like we put that before everything. We even literally have to say like, okay, right now this is personal. Let's kick it real quick. I need to talk to you about this, and then we're gonna get to business. And business is business. Like we are very strict on that, but even more strict when it comes to prioritizing our friendship. Like we have to have communication. And I use this in all my, relationships and friendships. Like I have to learn to communicate and speak up. Like you said, you could be thinking this way and it's a whole nother way. And then now before you know it, y'all both doing something you don't even want to do. And so to prevent all of that, we try to speak as much as possible. And there are tough conversations, don't get me wrong. But to your question too, TT, I wanted to mention with the male and men and women, Zania does have to, as some of my past female clients would have to kind of remind me of certain things that women are used to like wearing and how you appear. And I'm like, well, just put this on and just do this. It's like, no, I can't sit in this dress, or I can't sit in the stool, DeAngelo, center stage with this little mini dress. Like we need to do this. We need to do so. It's some things that Zania has to remind me of.
Yeah, because sometimes that back ain't summer ready. And you trying to, he's talking about some backless, frontless, split down, and top down.
And I'm like, just take off the sleeve, and then you're gonna put this hat on and then spin. And it's like, nah, we
got too many assets to be to be spinning, bit bumping around. Okay.
Right.
Now now I gotta ask the question. So, and I'm jumping ahead of myself, but DeAngelo making me do this. So for Zania Bears It All, who styled you?
Okay, so DeAngelo came up with pretty much everything other than the last piece that I had. He had the idea of the jumpsuit, the jewels on the jumpsuit, the overpiece, and what was the next look? The robe. Like that was his thought process. We collabed together, but it was mostly DeAngelo's thought process. He was like, "Ooh, robe," and I'm like, "Okay." The last piece that I had on was a lucky find, and I was actually surprised that I found that. But DeAngelo is usually the creative around the looks, and also to add to that, my sister also does jewelry and stuff whenever we work together. So my sister is Sansa.
Yes, Sansa.
Yeah, so she always does the jewelry for whatever piece that I'm wearing, and she did the jewelry. She put the jewels together on that one piece.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, DeAngelo.
Okay, I just had to ask because I attended that. I had front row seats. I was like,
"You did?
Yes, honey."
You did.
And I was just, it left me wanting more. I was like, damn, this shit over already. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I could have went into the bar, got me a drink, and came back over there and sat back, but it was room only. It was only room only because I looked, it was cool. I'm like, oh, I'm giving me a good seat. And then I looked, I'm like, dang, people standing. I'm like, are we trying to come up here? Because you here. But it was just like, it was amazing. I was so proud of you and happy. I was so happy I was able to make it. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to make it. Then I didn't want to get bothered with people because you're like, hey, you want to go? Because people always like, yeah, let's go. Then I'm gonna go up here and get my own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm just, if I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. So that's what happened, and that's how I ended up getting an amazing seat. So when I saw, and that was my first time meeting you, DeAngelo, I was like, okay, Fashion Week, come through. So I was like, I wonder if he styled her. So it was just like, okay. And then when they gave a little overview about who you were, I was like, okay, now it made sense to me. So
yeah, you know what?
Yeah, for that show, our style, like Zania said, we collaborated for those last two looks. That first look was more creation, and Sansa absolutely helped me bring it to life. Our previous show, before those three costumes I did for the Anita Baker tribute, I did design and sold those.
Yeah.
To Zania's point, I'm tapping back in soon, y'all. I just do a little bit here and there, but yeah, the designs are coming back for sure.
Okay, I want to give me a DeAngelo piece. So okay. So, what has been thus far your biggest achievement? I know you guys have been together for a while, but what has been your biggest achievement that you could say we did that?
I'm gonna let you.
I don't want to say biggest achievements. Okay, so first of all, let me just say the fact that we're even doing it is an achievement in itself. And I'll say this to the cows come home. A lot of people talk about what they want to do and don't do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can put in and tell you what you should be doing and they're not doing it.
Yeah.
So that's the big accomplishment for me, that the fact that we're even doing it, because I procrastinate with a lot of things in my life, but I feel like we both keep each other on our toes because we might need to distract ourselves from something that's going on in our lives, and this is a happy distraction. No matter how crazy it gets, the closer to the show it gets, it's a happy distraction. You know, but the first show that we did together was Giving You the Best That I Got, the Anita Baker tribute. That was a great accomplishment because it was our first thing together. And we learned so many things from that show. That was sold out too. So we be selling them out now. Listen, we be selling them out.
Okay.
And just another accomplishment is the fact that we're still rocking together.
Yeah.
Like, that's an accomplishment in itself. A lot of time, like, you look at the Beyoncés and all those people have somebody behind the scenes working things out. And DeAngelo is that behind the scenes person that needs to be in the forefront from time to time. But he's that behind the scene person. People think like, oh my gosh, she's so great. And yes, she is great. Yes, she's a great artist. But it's a team behind. There is a team behind. So that's a great accomplishment. You know, it's not just me up there doing my thing. I love what I do, but the accomplishment is the team. Accomplishment is the first show that we've done together. And I don't think we'll ever stop doing things, you know. So that's what I'm gonna say.
I like that. Now the opposite of that, what has been your biggest obstacle?
Can I say this one?
Because I'm a piggyback.
Because it's budget. Okay. As we mentioned earlier, the original DSA that we graduated from, we were the last graduating class, 2004. That was a warehouse that was leaky, no auditorium, no gym, but it was filled with talent, filled with hope, filled with so much creativity. And that school taught me how to work with limited resources, right?
Okay.
That expands the creativity. You come up with stuff you weren't even thinking of. However, I'm tired of working with budgets or tight budget. The obstacle is, still working with what you have. And me as a visionary, I think really big. And I'll create something and then I have to scale it down to fit the budget.
Yeah.
And that could be frustrating for a creative who feels like, you don't want to affect the actual idea. You don't want to affect the vision that you see too much. So that's been an obstacle, although it's also been uplifting. It is encouraging to be able to achieve something and be like, y'all don't know what it took. Y'all don't know how late I got off work the other day. Y'all don't know what I paid for, like it's so many things that go with it that with the budget. So that's an obstacle, but it always turns around and it strengthens us.
Yeah, I'm a piggyback off of that. It's definitely the budget. It's because DeAngelo, because we are artists, I think it's important that we do think big. And then scale it down. I mean, sometimes you do have to scale things down, but it's important that we think big. But a lot of times we can put the fillers out there as far as sponsorship and things like that. and the fish might not bite. So we like budget is definitely a part of certain things. Now we, like I said, we put on a great show. You know, it's always behind the scenes stuff that, you know, we got to figure out. But if the minimal budget wasn't there, we can just make everything pop, pop, pop. So that's one of our biggest challenges.
Have you guys ever, because you guys are so creative and you come from such a awesome, well-known school where there is nothing but talent there, and well, you know, coming out of your classes especially, have you guys ever thought about creating a nonprofit for what y'all do?
No,
I never thought about that.
I do. I will say that when you say nonprofit, like for us to benefit from, or is it like giving back? You're saying
It's both. You're
Okay.
going to benefit from it. Let's just say you're teaching kids how. We got a lot of young people who want to design.
Mm.
And so you might get a class or here and there in high school, but once you're done, unless you're going to some artsy school or you're lucky and blessed like you were to go off, you just sewing for your cousin, for your friends, for your neighbor, hustling, trying to be on social media, and you know, as you would say, casting the bait, hoping they'll bite. But if they had a nonprofit organization where you could teach people and get funding and donations to put on these amazing shows and teach people.
That's a thought.
That is, I've never thought about that. So that
Because
is something.
the reason I asked is because I am connected with a community organization called Ravendale on the east side of Detroit. And I was affiliated with them a long time ago, but we're starting something up soon, and it's to prevent gang violence in that specific area on the east side. So they have it open for students, and I offered my background with like the performing arts and stuff. So we can talk offline. You just gave me some other ideas, but yeah, I'm a little bit connected with that, but not so much completely with the performing arts. And like with with Zania and I from BSA, I didn't put that together.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
I would say, and I'm working on a team for the campaign for Michigan Nonprofit Association. They just blessed over 1,300 nonprofits with a cumulative of $35 million in nonprofit money. The smallest they've given up a team was 5,000. The biggest that I've seen was 25,000. Wow. And these are nonprofits. And every year, I was lucky and blessed to work on the team last year to be a part of the people that help promote that. And so they're working and diligently doing that now. I would definitely reach out. I'll reach out to a couple of people. I've been blessed to be able to interview the president of the organization, Kelly Kuhn. She's super dope. But I'll reach out, and if I can get them to point me in the right direction, I'll give you that info, and you guys can look into that. But I think, I don't know if all the funding is gone for that, but I know that they reported it a couple of days ago that that's where they were with it, and yeah, it's just
something like that.
You're wanting to give back, poured into you. You're constantly giving what you got, which is a God gift talent, and you have multiple talents. So why not be able to have people love to find good organizations and businesses to bless. People have money, like, I don't know what to do with my money. I want to give it to a good cause.
Yeah.
Back into the city. Let's pour back into our children because they are our future.
Yeah.
So you got all the skills between the two of y'all, and y'all know 1 million people. So yeah.
That's a great suggestion.
Yeah.
And speaking on that too, we with the previous show, we had some volunteers from DSA. Shout out to Will if he's watching. Yeah. He's actually a part of our team now, promo team. Okay. Is he a sophomore or junior, Zania? I'm not sure. Still, he's a student there, but we opened it up this time too for student volunteers, and when we were there, it was interesting because we weren't really like, I guess we kind of forgot, like, oh yeah, like they kind of looked to us to like, what should I do and how can I get in? And they were asking Zania, questions and stuff. So it dawned on us then, like, oh wow, like we could be, giving back and stuff. So we opened up again. This time we have some more volunteers, and the student choir is actually going to be the opening act for the show. And Zania, you were a part of that choir, right?
Yeah, I was a part of the Achievers, show choir, concert choir, which is the one that I'm going to be singing with. So, yeah, concert choir.
We're really excited about that. And just being at this new school. I mean, Zania was able to perform there this past summer for the anniversary.
The 30th, yeah.
Yeah, and just like DSA just means so much to us. Like I said, it built us. It contributed to a lot of our creativity. I'll even say for myself, my professionalism, just my body of knowledge, and just experience overall. So to be able to come back and work with the students and to be able to perform again in the space that we did not have the luxury of having, we got to take advantage of this. Okay.
Yeah, black box where we had to cross our legs.
Listen, borrowing other high school auditoriums to perform,
I can imagine that. So we're getting to look, I'm trying to keep it honest and time wise. So we're at an hour mark. However, I got to get this piece in here. I got to. Okay. So I hope y'all, tell the kids, the family, like y'all can just blame TT. And I'm running to get here. You guys are doing a concert next month. Let our viewers, our listeners know about that. What's the title? Where it's gonna be? DeAngelo, are we too late for those early bird tickets? So yeah, tell us about this concert, this amazing concert that's going down next month.
Well, it is titled A Nostalgic Noel with Zania Alake. And then the early bird special is still early, so grab those $35 tickets.
Yes,
$70 a couple. What's that? $140 a family of four. Come on. Had to do the math quick. This show is going to be magical. We wanted to put something on that's going to be welcoming, warm, something for you to escape. We all need some type of healthy escape right now with the madness that's going around in the world and even just locally right now. We just something to escape to and feel great about and celebrate family and love. Zania is going to be doing covers and some originals, and it's jazz and R&B infused. The Christmas music, of course, but it's going to be, with the touches of jazz and R&B.
Yeah. And we're going to sprinkle a little bit of Kwanzaa in there because I, do celebrate Kwanzaa. But it's definitely all about family and sharing and loving on each other and just celebrating the community, the connection, the love we have for the arts. And we want everybody to be a part of it.
Yes.
And when we say we want everybody to be a part of it, that includes the ugly Christmas sweater.
I've been getting people are excited. They show like, is this okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's ugly. You got it.
You're ugly, like that.
Yes, if you have one, if you want to make one, whatever you want to do, make sure it's a sweater though. Come on.
Right.
Come in with your ugly Christmas sweater. It don't have to be ugly. It can be fashionable, fancy, whatever you want to call it. But you'll be entered into a raffle to win an amazing prize or gift or present from Santa. So that's all a part of it. Everybody gets sentimental around Christmas. I don't care if you celebrate it or not. Around the holidays, let's just say that. There's something in the air that happens around Christmas. You feel a certain way. Of course, like you said, I said you get a little more sentimental. And we want to share that with everyone.
And Jervis Canty, he's playing Santa.
Yes, shout out to Jervis Canty. Yes.
Y'all should check him out at Campus Martius too.
Yeah,
he's around Black Santa.
Black Santa. Yeah, if you go to Jervis's page, on Facebook and all that stuff, he does have the dates.
Mhm.
He has the dates there for when he's gonna be down at Campus Martius. So make sure you keep an eye out for those dates.
Okay. Now, let me see here. I have this. Hopefully this will work. Let me share this with you guys.
Oh.
A flyer.
Hey,
Okay.
Santa.
I know, right? So that's a beautiful picture too, Zania. That's a beautiful picture of you. It really is. Yeah. You have this exotic look anyway. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So again, it's not too late, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it right here. You can still get the early bird tickets. 2 for $70 for a couple. Family of 4, 140. You want solo dolo, $35.
Yes.
Wear your ugly sweater. Wear your ugly sweater. And as Zania really, really emphasized, make sure it's a sweater. It can be fashion, or it can be whatever. Please, 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 baby, please.
The Christmas pajamas don't count.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Necklace Day and all that is not that kind of party.
let me dust this off. Okay.
Get that out there. No, we're not doing it. So I have to say, Journey said Neptics. Come on, Arlene.
Yes, come on, project management. Okay, yeah. So Neptics, we do actually have physical tickets if you'd like to find us, meet up with us or whatever, but neptics.com, you can type in my name, Zania Alake, and it should pop up, or it will pop up for the show. You can purchase tickets there. But please, please, please get these tickets early because the early bird special is not going to last.
Honey, I know I'm a witness. I came and as I said earlier, y'all, it was standing room only, and we didn't even get halfway through the show. And then one thing I noticed, it was some people that was coming to go to the comedy club, and they're like, oh, because we were lined up waiting on y'all to open the door.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's going on in there? And they're like, oh, they're having a concert. And then those pictures were amazing that you had out there. So a couple of them folks bought tickets to come to that. Well, we could just go to the comedy show after. I was like, I do production, so I'm like, I'll be here, and I'm like, So yeah, some people didn't even know they was coming to see you.
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah,
I love it.
Yes.
But I definitely have enjoyed my time with you. I definitely would love to have you guys come back next year. Because next year gonna be here in a minute. Ain't far away at all. Definitely. When you get ready to do some pieces, DeAngelo, I need to have you come back and talk about that. I would love to see some stuff because I would love to get some. I love different stuff, so I would love to get a collectible, one of a kind.
Okay.
So I'm grateful again, as I said earlier, for your time. I thank you guys for coming on and blessing TT from the D podcast show tonight. Thank you for sharing the promo stuff that we had for your supporters to be able to tap in, tune in, check it out. The show will stay up. It ain't going nowhere. So if they missed it, they can always go back. It should pop back up probably in the next 10 minutes, I guess. I'm gonna do a thank you little video just to tell people thank you, and I'll be dropping the link, the information for the concert with that video as well. So
thank you.
It's my pleasure to have you guys on. I hope you'll come back again in the very near future. I hope to see you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be out of town just yet, but if I'm in town, I am there. I would love for my husband to come, our son, but if not, I'm coming solo by myself because you can do a whole lot when you're by yourself. So if they're not available, as a matter of fact, my husband gonna be on tour, so he won't be here. But it'll probably be me by myself because I can't go nowhere. Now I'm just thinking about it, like, yeah, I'll be because he's gonna be on the road. Yep, no, I'll be. I'm getting
We'll take it.
Yeah, right. Or I might bring my 13-year-old. So wants to come. So if not, you'll see.
Can I just say two things?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
One, what you just said with bringing your 13-year-old, it is open to family. So this is a family concert. So welcome everybody. And then I just wanted to tell you, TT, thank you for having us. We really appreciate this. We appreciate the platform. I think what you're doing is beautiful. I love your spirit. So I want to encourage you to continue and just thank you for all the support. Appreciate it.
Thank you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm excited. And oh, somebody just got in. Clayton Cortez said, hey.
Hey, Clayton.
Yes. So, Clayton, if you're just getting in, because I know you're a busy fella too. He's heavy in production too. Just go back and check out the show. It was amazing. And hopefully you'll be able to be in the building. And salute to everybody who logged in. You know, Instagram died, so those folks they missed because they was listening to the show and they're over here asking questions. And I warned them though. Y'all heard the disclaimer. I was like, listen, my battery died. So
you did. You told them.
I did, so they can't be mad. You putting ugly posts up or whatever. So no, go ahead. Remember, I'm on y'all time, so I'm trying to be respect. You know,
you're good. You are okay. Listen.
So.
No, I just wanted to say, if you've ever been to one of our concerts, you know you are in for a treat. It's not your typical singing concert to where I go from one song to the next. There's dialogue, there is
theatrical.
Yes, we love the theatrics. Yeah. So trust me, if you know that we have Santa Claus dressed up as Santa Claus as the host, we love the theatrics. Yes. So purchase your tickets. I love doing stuff like this. I love when our creative mind just flows and we don't hold back anything. If it's something that we're thinking about, we are going to try our hardest to make sure it's a part of the show. So we bring the theatrics. So make sure you guys come out.
I'm looking forward to it. Mama G.
Hey, Gloria.
Hi.
Yeah. My fellow, another dope podcaster, Sunshine.
Hi, Sunshine.
Yeah, you guys she gotta get y'all on her show too. I don't know if you've been on there yet, but she needs to get y'all on.
Yeah, hit us up.
Yeah, right. Sunshine, go on and reach out to him. And Clayton say yes. I know that's right. Like you already know what it is, friend. So you know. All right, so I'm gonna close this out. Oh, look at Gabrielle. Okay, Gabrielle is an amazing actress. She is creative as well, and she does a lot of production work too. So you see how we drawing people to us, y'all. Even though y'all came in the 19th hour, it's all good though. It's all good. I don't know where you came from, but I appreciate you coming through for 5 seconds. But what I need you to do is go back and look at the top of the show so you can get to know DeAngelo and Zania. That way, when we get to this part of the show, you'll know why you need to buy your ticket for next month. And let me show you the flyer for those of you so we can get that date so we have no problems with it. It is December 16th at 7 p.m. I don't got my glasses on, so I can't tell y'all the location because I'm squinting like, where?
It is 123 Selden, Selden Street. Yeah, Selden Street in Detroit, Michigan. It's right behind the Opera House. I'm sorry, not the Opera House. Orchestra Hall.
Okay, I saw your eyes. Go ahead. So behind the Detroit Operas. I'm going to put that in there. When I do my thank you video, I'm going to put that flyer in there. I'm going to put the link in there. So folks, some folks, they don't know what they're doing. I got the link. Click on the link. You good. I got it. I'm going to have it. I've been dropping it. Every post I made, it's there. No worries. Don't act like you can't find it because you can. And so we just got off the show together. Oh. Okay. And so, we got you. Now, Sunshine is a big supporter. If she in town, she gonna pull up on y'all. She supports, it's a bunch of people. She's like Kenyatta, Zania. Kenyatta, Zania, support everybody. And I'm one of them people too. Like, you might support 3, 4, 5 people in one day, and you pop in like, hey, I gotta go over here. So that's how Sunshine is. So if she is here, Yeah, she'll definitely be there. Mama G said it's gonna be good. I know that's right. I know that's right, Mama G.
We love you, Gloria.
Yes. So again, I told her earlier, right? I guess I jinxed myself. I said, pastors be like, I'm gonna close. This is my last close. And gosh darn it, ain't this my third close?
That's all right. That is all right.
All right. So anyway, I had the permission of the guests, so they're not gonna be sitting here talking crap. They was like they was okay. Again, I appreciate you guys. I want you to come back. I will be seeing you guys at the show because I'll be in town. And yeah, I'm gonna get that information for y'all. I'm gonna make sure I get that to you guys, and then hopefully when you guys come back next year, you can share with us what that turned out to be.
Yes.
All right, y'all. So that's all we got for TT from the D tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As I love to do, this was a blessed show. Every now and then we gotta. Not every now and then, all the time, but some of y'all, it's okay. We're not judging nobody because we all such an agree that we just got to give God an amen. The highest praise is hallelujah, though, just so y'all know, for those of y'all that don't know. But we're gonna close out with Everard Cassidy. He has a song called Amen. I love it. It's a favorite around here on TT from the D. People love to hear that. So we'll close out with that. That's from his Life of James project. I'll be having Everard on in December, December 5th. I'll go ahead and release that. I'll say that. He probably gonna beat me up. Like I probably would put that up.
You know what?
I'm in a moment. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, good night, my loves. I appreciate y'all. And everybody else, remember, get your tickets. It's not too late for the early bird. I'm dropping a flyer on all the promos I've done to get us to this point tonight. You've had the link there. It gave you all the information. I laid it out there. I gave you bullet points. I made it very thorough. And if you got any questions, email me, DM me, text me if you know me, and I'll let you know how you can get your tickets. But other than that, it's been real. I love y'all. Thank you so much, DeAngelo. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. See you at the show.
Yes, ma'am. You will. All right. And Journey Queen, thank you. Thank you for setting this up for me. I appreciate you. We've been working diligently, making sure that this has been a great show. Sunshine, if you are interested in having Zania and DeAngelo on the show, please let me know. I will connect you with Journey, and she will check their schedule and if get that ball rolling. So like I said, we're going to end with Amen by Everard Cassidy. Tune in tomorrow for the Top of the Morning show at 6 a.m. for the TT from the D. That's me. And you can hear that on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and definitely Anchor.fm. It's your girl TT from the D, and I'll see you soon.
They say you can't do both. You be up on TV, then singing them songs you wrote. Boy, you better pick one thing, 'cause we ain't trying to hear you sing. I ain't never heard nobody, yeah, but time and time again they tried me, yeah. If that makes me a bad person, well maybe you're the one who's hurting. Why you gotta hurt me so good? I will not be misunderstood. I won't let you break me again, 'cause I'm stronger now. Let the church say amen. Sometimes they try to break you down. They see you loving life, well this is upside down. Listen to me, sometimes it works, but them's the times I gotta put me first. I ain't never hurt nobody. Yeah. I am who I am. They can't take that away from me. Look to the one who made you who you are. You're a star, and you're gonna go far. Why you gotta hurt me so good? I will not be misunderstood. I won't let you break me again, 'cause I'm stronger now. Let the church say amen. Hey, hey, amen. Hey, hey, amen. Hey, hey, amen. Stronger now. Let the church